Hey guys, this is Wyatt Johnson with Homestead Properties, and this is another video I'm doing in the series on foreclosures in Montana. Now, I'm still not an attorney, and this still isn't legal advice, but today I'm going to go through some of the common documents you'll see in the foreclosure process. Now, there's two types of foreclosures in Montana, judicial and non-judicial. A judicial foreclosure happens when there's a reverse mortgage or the owner of the property or on the loan is deceased. And then there's non-judicial, which is everything else. And since non-judicial are more common, that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'll cover judicial foreclosures in another video. So if you go long enough without paying your mortgage, you're going to get what's called a notice of sale. And it looks like this. Now, there's a lot that goes into these documents, but what's mostly important is this sale date here at the beginning. And that says when it's going to go to sale and be put into someone else's name, whoever bids the most for it at auction. This stuff here is just talking about the property, describing it in legal terms and stuff like that. This is who pulled out the mortgage originally. A lot of this stuff isn't very important. This paragraph here is pretty important though. So it talks about the original principal amount for the mortgage and then the fees and stuff associated with the foreclosure. And this final number minus the principal amount can get you close to what needs to be paid to catch the loan up. Because you can't just pay like your monthly payment. You have to catch up all the back payments. And it's actually going to be more than the difference between 107 and 79 in this case, because there's also some principal figured into the payments as well. So it wouldn't actually be, what is that, $28,000? It'd probably be more like $35,000 in the case of this one. And then these fees and everything, they're going to go up. So in other videos, I've talked about how the bank will winterize the property, or they'll cut the lawn, things of that nature. They charge all that work back to your foreclosure. And so even though this paper says you owe this much, the longer you wait, the more fees get tacked onto it. And you won't find out what they are until you order like a reinstatement amount or something of that nature. And these go up a lot faster in like the last month before the sale because they spend money on, having attorneys do everything to get it ready for the sale, the posting and things of that nature. And then in another video, I talked about the attorneys handling the foreclosure. So up here in the left-hand corner of all these documents, there's usually an attorney listed. And in this case, it's Holiday, Watkins, and Mann. And you see them on a lot of Montana foreclosures. Well, you can Google them and get their phone number and talk to the attorney handling the foreclosure. And in some cases, they might be able to help you. I talked to one of these guys once, and he said that legally they can postpone the sale date by 15 days because by Montana law, you have to get at least one chance to postpone the sale date, I guess. And so they could be worth talking to also if you're trying to stop your foreclosure. But this is what a notice of trustee sale looks like in a non-judicial foreclosure. And one thing I did want to talk about is the closer that it gets to this sale date, the harder it is to do anything to save the property. So like just getting a reinstatement amount ordered, which is like the document that tells you how much you need to pay to be able to catch up the foreclosure or catch up the missed payments, that can take weeks sometimes, like a week or two to get that back from the bank. And so really when you start getting within 14 days of this sale date, it gets a lot tougher to get things stopped. And so it's something that's definitely worth trying to get ahead of earlier on instead of waiting until the last second. It makes things a lot more difficult.